Most people think reading a book means finishing it. That's a lie. What really matters is mining the ideas inside of the books, training your mind. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I've mined 60 books this year without actually finishing most of them. See, it's not about quantity, it's about the principles, the ideas, the essence that hide inside the books. Instead of reading a whole book full of the author's fluff, but when you can actually get 5 pages that actually impact you and how they can actually change your life. I'm Fentamega, a 20-year-old from South Africa on a mission to becoming a millionaire in the next 1,232 days. And every week I pick up a book, I read it, I mine it for lessons and ideas, and I apply them to my life. I also listen to 2 audiobooks a month to double my intake. So in a month I read 6 books. I document this journey daily on Instagram and TikTok, sharing what I'm learning. So I read books on business, psychology, philosophy, and a mix of other things. I don't choose fiction or not fiction. So today I'm going to give you my exact system on how I turn reading into a powerful growth tool. This is for anyone who hates reading. We overcomplicate reading. We want the perfect book, the perfect time, the perfect environment. And the more options we have, the more paralyzed we feel. And that's the paradox of choice. Too many possibilities makes the brain freeze. I think that's why the quote, "less is more" was made. I don't think the guy was crazy or drunk. But yeah, limit your options. Like, pick one book, mine it for a week. Don't worry about finishing it. You're not in school. The goal is insight, not completion. The truth is, finishing books is overrated. Like, I've mined 60 books this year. I finished less than half of that number. If you're wondering what the number is, 7. I finished 7 books. That's 53 books. Yet the ideas I pulled from all those books are powerful enough to reshape entire mindsets. Like, you can check my Instagram and TikTok. All those daily uploads that I do, all those talking heads that I post, I just took them from the books that I've read. Like, I learn the books, I mind the books, then I extract the ideas that actually matter. Then I experience them through direct experience. It can happen like something that you read in a book, then it just hits you when you met a situation. That's when you learn through direct experience. And then once that actually happens, you retain more in your head. That way, when you tell somebody else, you actually retain more again. So you see, like, this is a reinforcing loop. Like, you understand, you mind the book, from that you gain something, you experience it again, then you teach other people about what you've learned. That way, nothing goes to waste. It stays stuck in your head. The key is intentionality. Every page, you can extract value from it. Because reading is hunting, not collecting. Every book is like a landscape, and you don't need to cross it entirely. You just need the treasures that matter in that landscape. Now, this is the most important part of the video. If you made it here, yeah, you've heard me talk about mining. See, mining is the secret. Most people read passively. They finish a book, maybe highlight a quote, then forget about it. That's a waste. Like, the goal is extraction, ideas, frameworks, principles, quotes that you can apply immediately. I read 1 book per week, but from each I can pull 10 to 15 high value insights. Do I read the book from like starting to the end? No, they're actually a table of contents. Like, you can see, okay, this is what I want to understand more. This interests me. You read that part. You gain insight from it. Don't have to start the book from like the first page up to the front page. You can mix the book. Sometimes when I'm bored, I have found some of the red hat thinking, like, I can read, okay. That's just how it is. And for alternative, you can try audiobooks, because audiobooks are the perfect companion. Whether you're walking, running, commuting, working out, or cooking, you absorb the ideas while the body works. That way you don't have to sit down and just focus like this. Alright guys, I don't wanna lie, since I've substituted music with audiobooks, intellect has gone high. I can actually talk I can actually talk to people. I can actually enhance my vocabulary. Like, talking and thinking at the same time has become easier. Say, when people say think before you talk, but then when you talk, you learn how to think. Because reading is no longer about completion, it's about leverage. Because once you understand this, each book becomes a multiplier of knowledge, not a checklist item. Once you get into the habit of reading and just doing this, compound that over weeks, months, and that way you have you have mind dozens of books without the absorption of feeling overwhelmed or understanding things. That is how you actually become a reader that grows. Instead of you being a consumer of words, you become a miner of wisdom. Okay, so this is where it gets tactical. You can't just rely on willpower alone. So here are the systems and tools in sprayed bullet fashion. A. Micro sessions. Spend 5 to 10 minutes a day, which you can limit from 1 up to 10 pages. That's how it is. If you're a slow reader, it can go to 20 minutes, but 5 pages max per day. Second, you read before the internet. You read before you touch your phone. If it's the first hour, you read in the first hour of your waking. That way, you don't have to battle between choosing your phone or your book. Start with the book. The book. Number 3, AI tools. AI is here. That I won't lie. I use AI too. And you can actually check the video where I talk about AI and how I use it to be my reading companion. I'll leave that link down below. Okay. Then you do it to summarize chapters. You don't let it replace your thinking. You let it focus your attention on the essentials, which it can also help you extract ideas, mine for ideas. Check the video down below. Number 4, environment. Find a quiet space where you can actually read when there's no distraction. It's just you and the book. And number 5, accountability. Share with your friends, because once your circle gets into the habit of reading, that way when you're reading you feel guilty that you should read. So you understand, once you build a circle of readers and once you go to a library more often, you'll meet people who like to read. That way you can communicate with other people. That way you learn more by telling other people about what you learned. You see what I'm getting? You see where I'm going? Once you do this, reading becomes intentional, becomes efficient, it becomes high leverage. You're not just reading a book, you're creating a mental toolkit for life. Reading is more than information, it's expanding your worldview, seeing life through the eyes of the authors, and connecting ideas across multiple disciplines. Every book you mine gives you a new lens, a new principle, a new perspective. That's why I read, not for the pages, but for the mental upgrades. The pleasure comes in seeing your thoughts change. Building a life intentionally rather than randomly. Books are portable mentors. They guide you, challenge you, and force you to think. Every mind idea changes your trajectory. I thought it was gonna work, but reading trains focus, patience, and mental resilience. Stop chasing finishing books. Stop chasing finishing books. You're not in school. Start mining ideas from those books. Train your attention and use AI and those systems that I gave you as your allies. That's it for this video. Links in the description. The focus stack is still available, where you train your focus, a 7-day system. It's free. It's a 7-day challenge where you train your focus, which actually aligns with this video. So yeah, don't forget to check Substack, newsletters, and yeah, do that fun YouTube stuff, and like, comment your favorite part in this video, and just tap this button here. It's just a click of a button to subscribe. It won't kill you. And that's it, and I'll see you in the next video, my friends. Bye.